Yo, what's good guys? It's your boy Bama and we're back with another video. But before we get into any of that, wait, why didn't you hit that sub button yet? Hit that sub button, smash that like button, punch that like button, do whatever you gotta do with it, and let's get right into today's video. And as you guys can see by the title of today's video, I actually reached N power, which is very insane. I've only been playing the game since around Christmas. A lot of you probably don't believe me, but I do have a PC that I leave on overnight all the time with auto clicker, so I did reach N power. And if you don't believe me, go check my previous videos when I was a low power back then. I have hit it now. I'm gonna be giving you a noob to pro guide and how to be a master and a god at this game. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to be going super in detail for PvP, but I will be explaining how to get your power up and everything like that, because in the end PvP is kind of like your own preference. But I'm going to be explaining how to become a noob to a pro like your boy right here, because it only took me a good 5 months. Well, not even 5 months. I've just been playing the game for 5 months. Alright, so the first step from becoming a noob to a pro is you gotta know where all those training locations are. And to do that, go to this little map right here. Right whenever you spawn, you come downstairs in dimension 1 or whichever other dimension you're in. They're all in the spawn buildings. And yo, I've never noticed those two swords. But anyways, once you're in the spawn, you can come down right here to like the little map area, and it tells you where every location is. And if you zoom in, obviously the first place that you're gonna train at, which is right outside of this building, actually, you see 100 speed, 100 agility, everything like that. You want to make sure that you're checking the places that you need to train at, and some of these are pretty much self-explanatory. Like the ones in the spawn, I mean, the first few ones are really easy to find. So like the first strength place that you train at, it would be the dummies right here, or the little dummy stand right here. And then after that, I mean, just walk around right here, because obviously if you go out here, you possibly will die. But you walk around, you see the chakra tree right here, which is the first chakra area, I believe, and then so on. And then once you're going around there, if you look around the map just a little bit, you'll see right here there's a trampoline that trains your agility. And then if we keep going right here, obviously durability, this is your first durability area, and so on. And there's tons of videos on all the locations if you can't really read the map that well, so make sure you know where all those locations are so you can become a god like your boy. Alright, so the second step, you want to go ahead and talk to Goku right here. We're not going to call him Wukong. If you call Goku Wukong, you don't need to be playing this anime game. Alright, I'm joking, but in all seriousness, you're going to talk to Goku right here. You're going to click it, and you'll see that there's actually classes right here, and you need to have a certain amount of power to get to each class. So if you click on it, obviously this one's free. But now if you want to be a shinobi from Naruto, you click it, you need 1000 strength, 1000 durability, 1000 chakra. And if you keep scrolling down, obviously you have to use coins to buy it, so that would be 100 coins. And if you scroll down to the next one, now you need 10,000 of these 3 categories right here. And then as you can see right here, 100,000 strength, 100 durability, 100 chakra. Those are the 3 stats that you're going to be training the most in this game. So make sure you're training them a lot. And there's always double XP on the weekends, guys, from like Friday to Sunday. So if you do have an auto clicker or anything like that, or if you're just gonna stay on the grind like on mobile or something, those are the best times to grind as well. You can see right here, obviously 1 million now, 10 million, and it just keeps going on and on. And you can see, like, you click on your stats, obviously mine says that I get 150 billion coins a minute. I have double yen, so I get 300 billion. And you want to keep note of that, because each time you upgrade your class, you get extra coins each time. So you see 25,000 a minute. Now if I click on save, 100,000, 750,000 coins a minute. So obviously I had 300 billion. So now you want to go here, and you see it costs 25,000 to get this. It increases your yen amount to 500 yen a minute, 2.5 thousand yen a minute. You keep scrolling down, and obviously you can see right where I'm at Otsutsuki, which is from Naruto as well, 1.1 QD. Well, actually I'm not there yet, but that's the one that I'm working on, and I'll be getting 450 billion a minute. But then if I'm using my double, then obviously that's 900 billion. So make sure you're training your stats. And if you don't know how to check your stats, you click this little icon right here, stats, and then you could scroll down and check what your stats are at, as well as your coins and your power. So the third step in becoming a pro at this game is you want to go ahead and look at where these champions are, which is also in the spawn of every area. And you have an acquired champion thing right here. So if you want to check how many chikara shards you have, go to your specials right here, and that's how many you have. So I have 451,000. So if I want to do a summon, such as to get Aaron right here, the best characters on this honestly are the gold through the red. But if you are just starting, the purples aren't bad. Get the best that you possibly could use each time until you finally work your way up here. It took me a couple months to get every champion on this board, but eventually if you summon enough, you will get them. And I have a video on how to get so many chikara shards, guys. So if you want to learn how to get them super fast, I have the video linked in the description, and you can check out the raids for each of these characters as well. So let's say that I want to do a summon real quick. So I get a random champion. I got Levi. Now the thing that sucks is Levi is the second most common person on here, but let's see, he trains 30% of your sword. And let's say you don't have a champion that trains sword. You go straight down to Levi, right where your champions are right here. You click him, and then you can summon him into the game like I have with Aaron. And then you pull out your sword, and every few seconds Levi trains a certain percentage of your sword. So he trains 30% of your sword multiplier every 4 seconds. So whatever 30% of your sword multiplier is, that's how much he trains every 4 seconds on top of you training it too. And if you scroll down further down the list, obviously people train different stuff. 90% durability train, 75% strength, and so on. So make sure you are farming your champions, because those are super important when it comes to farming and training in this game. And then maybe when you play enough, you can become a pro like your boy and get that 0.1% Aaron. And if you saw my video a while back, I had 4 of them. And now the next step, we're going to be talking about specials, and these aren't super important right off like your first time playing. Obviously this is later on once you're a decent power and you want to start killing people and training and everything like that, testing out your powers. But if you go right here to specials and we click it, you see I have stands right here, devil fruits, quirks, grimoires, bloodlines, sword style, cognitive, armament, pyrokinesis, and titans. So let's say that you want to get one of those. So let's say for example you want to get a sword style, right? So we're going to go ahead and fly over to where the sword style person is, and all these people are around the map. You see pyrokinesis is right here. They're scattered across the map, and it does cost shards to do these unfortunately. But let's say you want to go ahead and get that sword style. And also shout out Tanjiro, the Demon Slayer movie with some heat. Alright, so let's say you want to get sword style. You can check right here what all the styles are that are available. Obviously, I scroll to here, I got moon style. Moon style is not a summonable style. Some of those you get from, you know, the season passes from before. So let's say I want to get a sword style. Obviously I'm not going to summon because I don't want to get rid of mine, but let's say you did want to do it and you click it. It costs 2,000 shards to do it, which is very simple to find. Once you go ahead and do those summons, you will get sword styles. And this goes with all the specials. Each time that you summon, you will have a percentage of getting a certain one. Obviously gold being the rarest, purple being the second rarest, and then obviously green is, you know, the easiest one to get. But surprisingly, water style is actually a very decent style when it comes to swords. So just make sure that you are checking these specials, and obviously there's an anime Wikipedia, which I'll have linked down below for this game, that tells you which ones are rated best to worst. Obviously go right here, there's the Grimoire person, you can summon here too. And you know, just keep looking around the map because there are tons of people that you can talk to. So like I said, the pyrokinesis guy right here. Now if you want to get a bloodline, which is the main way that I actually do my shard farming. Now if you want to get a bloodline, this is the main way that I do my farming method. I actually have white eyes, and I'll have my video linked down below, like I said, to show you why you should do that. But obviously my best farming method, there are other ones which I'll be showing you, but my best farming method does involve these white eyes, and you're gonna need a decent amount of other powers too. So as long as you have a lot of the dimension 2 and 1 powers, you can do that. But if you don't, the next step will be showing you how to do it. And obviously you press a button to activate your bloodline. I'm on PC, so I press 9 to activate mine, and this is the move that I use the most. It does so much damage. So like I said, check out that video down below. Almost at 100,000 views on it, which is insane. And just make sure that you are keeping in mind about all these, you know, specials. That should not be the first thing that you should be getting. You should 100% be trying to get your champions before anything. Alright, so now for the next step, getting chikara shards. Now, if you're a noob, you don't know how to get chikara shards really, if you walk across the map right here, you can see that there is a box right here. If you click the box, it gives you a certain amount of chikara shards. So I have double chikara shards, which I bought from the store. So obviously I get double what the average person that doesn't have it gets. If you actually fly around enough, you will see that there are tons of chikara boxes across the map, but it may be hard in public servers because you will be getting killed a lot and stuff like that, because people would see that you're a noob and you're new to the game. But you know, that's why I have my private server here. Hey, you. Yeah, you. If you're trying to join my private server, comment your username down below. I'll be adding a lot of you guys to it, especially a lot of you noobs that are trying to get trained up. And you know, just comment your username, send me a friend request. You can see right here on the screen, Bama's. Copy that name, send me a friend request, comment down below what your in-game name is, and I will be sure to get back to some of you. And if you do join my private server, I'm going to be helping a lot of you guys get chikara shards anyway, as well as beating bosses. So once you learn all the spawn points and stuff like that, you start flying around the map and you'll easily see where they are. So now I'm going to fly over here. There's always one that spawns here, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. If I fly over here, there's always one that spawns by the waterfall, so I'm going to go ahead and get up here, click that, and then so on. There's more right here. And then right on this little edge of the mountain right here, there's gonna be one. Alright, so I actually got lost for a second. It's been so long since I've actually farmed here. And, just keep looking around the map. Now for the next thing, your quest as well as your daily quest. You want to do those always because you get yen from them, as well as powers, especially when you're a noob. The main quest, you do get powers from them. And to do this, you want to go ahead and talk to Boom right here. And if you talk to Boom, he gives you all your quests that you need. And each time you do a quest, you come back to him and he gives you a new quest over and over. So if we scroll right here, my quest right now is from Zoro, the sword master, and he asked me to get 10 OC power from sword skills. So once I complete that, I go talk to him again. He gives me 100 billion coins or yen and then a certain sword, and I just keep doing all of his stuff until I've already completed everything. And obviously there's tons of people scattered across the map. So let's say, for example, I wanted to talk to Kaneki. Well, you can talk to Kaneki right here, and if I've already done it, so obviously it's not going to show, but if I wanted to, do his quest, it'll ask me to kill, I believe, 50 players. So once you do that, he gives you yen and everything like that, as well as all these other people. So keep that in mind, and you do your quest. And now for the next part, make sure that you have the best powers that you think fits you the most. Obviously I have every power in the game, so personally it is preference at the end of the day, but some of these are very useful. You can feel free to pick which ones you want, and if you didn't know what all the powers are, these are all the powers right here for strength. You can pause it on each section. And yes, I don't have the armor 9 tails. I did not complete the season pass or anything like that, unless there is a way to get it without it. I think there is, or else it wouldn't go there. I'll figure out how to do it later. Don't kill me. But these are all the powers right here, and obviously durability is very important. See, I have Explosive Nova right now, which, reduces 50% damage taken and then buffs damage by 1.75 times. So keep in mind about your powers, and like I said, I'll be helping a lot of you guys in the comments, so be sure to comment down below if you have any questions. I'll get back to all of you, and don't kill me with the dislikes because I'm actually trying to help y'all. And obviously chakra is your main power, so I'm going to make sure that you do a lot of these, and a lot of these you actually get from bosses, which will be the next thing that I'm talking about. So keep in mind which powers that you like the most. Make sure you're farming a lot of them. Comment down below if you have any questions about these powers, and drop a like on the video too. So like I said, you get a lot of those powers from bosses and everything like that, as well as your quests. So each boss has like a good 3, 2, maybe 4, I can't remember the exact ones for each one, but they give you a good amount of powers from each drop. So make sure you're fighting the bosses, and it's all luck at the end of the day. So let's say I wanted to fight this boss right here, and let's say I'm using Levi, right? Well, he's still training while I'm fighting the boss, but you can see right here, this is what happens when you have the powers and you do my method later on. So we're actually going to go right over here and activate my bloodline. I'm going to use my meteor shower. I'm going to use my C ability that I was talking about, and you can see right there, I'm doing a ton of damage to him, but you do take a lot of damage on top of that, and you can see right there, losing a lot of my health. I'm not doing the craziest amount of damage because I'm not using my normal damage people. And then you can just repeat the process, and you can see right there, after the rage you get yen as well as chikara shards, and it says right there unlocked power. I didn't get a drop obviously because I already have everything. So if you are in my private server as well, I'll be helping you do those bosses like I said, but if you keep fighting them enough, you don't even have to beat them. you can still get the drops without beating them. Once you do it enough, eventually you will get lucky and you will get those boss drops, because if you go to your powers, it will say, you know, locked or boss drop. It will say boss drop with like a lock on it for the powers that you don't have from those bosses. So each dimension has a different boss, a unique boss, and there's a different way to beat each of them. But if you go ahead and just train, don't even worry about those bosses right off the bat. Just go ahead and train your power, get your power very high. My method will easily let you beat all these bosses. And obviously you guys are probably wondering, because I've talked about pretty much all this stuff on here, like swords and quests and everything, but you're probably wondering about auras. Auras are not that important. It's just kind of a look thing, a big flex, and I do have a lot of them. I'm not sure if that's all of them, but I do have all of them. So auras aren't really anything that you necessarily need, as well as armaments. You can always have different stuff. And once again, make sure you're checking all your locations, because you can't actually train in here until you have the certain amount of power to get that extra boost, because each location gives you a different boost. Alright, so now let's say that you're already trained up in this dimension and you're like, you know what, I want to go to a new dimension. Well, you need to have your main 3 stats at 1 trillion in order to get to dimension 2. So let's say that we are at 1 trillion now, right? And let's say that you've already done all the max locations on here. So let's say that you've already done the Tower of Heaven. Obviously it's 100 billion chakra, as well as the other locations. Let's say that you've done all those other locations as well, and you have all your power at 1 trillion, your durability, your chakra, and your strength at 1 trillion. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into dimension 2. Alright, so here we are. We have loaded in to dimension 2, and now you see Master Roshi right here. He's the next person after Boom who gives you quest, and want to go ahead and do his quest, and as well as Piccolo and everything like that. Do that chapter 1 story. Look up how to do all that. It's a lot of steps, but that's extra quests as well as the story. But now you're at 1 trillion and you talk to him right here. He'll give you a certain quest, and you can see on the map right here, it tells you all the locations, and this is actually how you do it for every dimension. So let's say that you already max power in this dimension. Trying to figure out, well, what's the next one? Well, your 3 sets now need to be at 1 QN. And then let's say you're ready to get out of dimension 3. You need all your stats to be at 100 SP in order to get out of there. And I'm still in dimension 4 myself. And then the last dimension as of right now, you need 100 in power on all 3 of your stats, which is going to take a very long time. But you know, that's exactly how you do it, and you just keep repeating the process. Go to each location and make sure that you are upgrading each of these stats as you go along the way, because each time you upgrade them, it gives them another multiplier and an increase in how much you're actually getting while you're actually doing these stats. So obviously if I upgraded right now, see it's at times 17.59. If I upgraded it again, it would be 34, and then obviously you'd add 59 again. I'd get 14, I'd get 35-ish in terms of, you know, my multiplier, which basically doubles it by 2 each time you upgrade it. And you know, you just keep repeating that. I should have said upgrading earlier before, but you'll see it right there on the screen anyway. Just make sure you're upgrading all your stats, and like I said, hopefully if you guys are still watching this part of the video, do all the steps I've told you so far. And I'm really not going to go into detail on PvP. I'll have a whole nother video on PvP myself, but you know, like I said, do all these locations, do everything that you need to do in the game in terms of training, getting those boss drops, doing your quest, farming chikara shards for your specials and your champions. You can see I have another box right here. Just fly around the map and keep doing it. And like I said, once I have a lot of you in my server, I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot anyway. So I believe that really did cover everything. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, let me know down below, because you guys have been ruthless in the comments lately, killing me when I miss something. So I apologize if I did miss anything, but like I said, you could just look up how to do the chapter 1 story and everything like that. But that's pretty much the basics on how to become a noob to a pro. Let me know if you want a part 2 for the tournament and everything like that. I'll go into more into detail with other stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that you need to know. You can see down right here, battle pass. Obviously you keep checking your battle passes, but also they have codes in the game. I almost ended the video without even telling you all about the codes. So you can actually put these codes in the game, and let's say you enter a certain code, I'll have the whole entire code list down in the description. So check my description. You enter a certain code and it gives you a certain amount of shards and yen and everything like that, and you just keep doing it over and over. And also, let's say that you want to upgrade your speed and your jump power to go higher or to go faster, you go down right here, keep upgrading it. Once you have enough power, obviously mine are maxed, I can't do mine anymore, but this is the max that you get. And once you do that, you're basically set, and you have pretty much everything that you need to know in the game. And you can trade with people as well. That is a thing. You can request a trade, like someone can trade you a certain champion and everything like that for another champion or for free. And that brings me to my next part. If you guys are in my private server, me and my editor Crave, shout out Crave, we do a ton of giveaways. So if you're in my server, we give away a lot of champions as well. But the only thing is, you need to be a certain rank to get those champions, because the game won't let you accept them if you're not at a certain class. And I can't believe I almost ended the video without talking about codes, but hopefully that was everything that you guys needed to know. Hopefully I explained everything. My character just had a seizure on the ground, but hopefully that Alright, well, hopefully that explained everything for you guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Let me know if I missed anything, like I said before, and you know, until next time, peace.